action.
Good morning. It's hard to believe I'm working on my sermon today and hope to finish it for Palm Sunday. This is going to be the fourth Sunday now that I will have been preaching in an empty sanctuary, though I know that we are gathering as a family of faith in all of our homes, and it is such a very special time still to be able to worship together. As we come through now so many weeks, I really have been kind of learning some things. And I thought I wanted to take just a moment this morning to reflect back on some of the things that I'm beginning to see very clearly as we continue on with this experience of being sheltered in place. First of all, I do think it's going to be a while. I think all of us have come to realize this isn't going away. We started and we hoped it would go away in a couple of weeks, and there's all kinds of talk about maybe being back in church on Easter. That isn't going to happen. We're going to be here for a while. Could be 1 month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months. I don't know for sure. But I think the first thing that's become clear to me is I need to establish a routine. There are so many times I don't even know what day it is. It all feels so strange not having a routine. So it's going to go on a while. And I think we need to have a routine to be able to make this. Secondly, I see so many people, and I know I've been working hard at trying to find new ways to connect with other people. How important it is to be able to reach out, whether it's going to be on Facebook or whether it's going to wind up being emails and text messages, phone calls, just to be able to reach out and connect with people. Isolation isn't good. And even though we may be sheltered in place, we really do need to find our ways to reach out and still have that connection while we're keeping our social distance. But isolation isn't a good thing. We got to find the ways to stay connected. Third, how important it is to exercise. Again, just sitting around, watching TV, reading a book, that's not healthy for us all. And it's been fun. I happen to live on a park, and we have windows looking out to the park, and the amount of people who've been outside exercising has been more than ever before. And Marcia and I, we like to go out and go walk. And it's interesting, everybody keeps a social distance. When you see someone coming the other way, people step off the sidewalk or they step off the curb. People keep a distance, but the other thing I've noticed is more than ever, people look at you when you pass. In the past, so often when you're out walking, people would walk right beside you on the sidewalk and never look your way, never acknowledge your presence. And now, it doesn't matter who I'm seeing, always, most of the time, strangers, people smile and they look at you. It's almost like we're all hungering for that connection while we get out and exercise. That's become a very important thing, and I encourage you to be doing it. Fourth, how important it is to be grown in your faith. Right now, I think it's become more important than ever before to stay grounded in our faith. Turn off the TV. I get up, I'll watch the news for a few minutes, try to make sure I know of any new announcements that are being made or what I'm being told to do. Do you wear a mask, not wear a mask, shelter in place? It's important to stay informed, but if you just watch that all day long, morning and night, it is going to depress you. Take time to grow in your faith. Have your devotional life. Read positive spiritual things. Now's the time to make sure you deepen your walk with Christ, and it will help you as we go through all of these weeks together. And finally, I had a friend yesterday who sent me an email, and at the end of the email, he included a statement by Fred Rogers, and I just wanted to read you. Eric is involved in the oil business, and he just sent this message to me. When I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, look for the helpers. You'll always find people who are helping. To this day, especially in times of disaster, I remember my mother's words, and I'm always comforted by realizing there are so many helpers, so many caring people in the world. It's from Fred Rogers. I'm sure you recognize it. And it made me stop and think, there are so many helpers in the world, so many caring people. I just wanted to say thank you. I have been watching how much you care for one another. I've been hearing of the kinds acts of people running to the grocery store, going to the pharmacy, or getting a meal. People are doing all kinds of different things to help one another. You delivered 700 boxes a week ago to shut-ins with food. No, there are so many people who care. You're making a difference. And because you are a helper, because you are one who cares, you're making this a better world while we go through this together. So at the end of this week, thanks. Thank you for being a person who makes a difference by sharing God's love and bringing hope into the world. We are going to do this together. And I hope today you'll go out and make this a really special day. See you on Monday.